Okay, guys, I wanted to make a quick video just in case we have some weather and internet issues. On my end, at least if you can log in, you can watch this video going over the homework and then move forward with the next lesson. Okay, so the homework on perpendicular bisectors. Remember, there's two properties. It's perpendicular and at the same time it bisects a segment, which means any point on the perpendicular bisector is equidistant to the endpoints of the segment that got bisected. So let's take a look at the homework questions here. This is a perfect example. We have a perpendicular bisector. So any point on the bisector is equal distance to the endpoints. So in this question, 2x equals 5x minus 6. And when we solve that, excuse me, we can determine we have negative 3x, negative 6, x equals 2. Since we were asked for AB, we're going to plug that back in, and we get a measurement of 4. Same exact question, the picture's just rotated. B is on the perpendicular bisector, so it is equal distance to A and C. 3x plus 8 equals 7x minus 16. So we're going to get our x's to the same side. 4x equals 6. And we're going to plug that back into AB. So 3 times 6 plus 8 looks like 18 plus 8 for our answer of 26. In our third problem, the picture appears a little bit more challenging, but the reality is we're just using this half of the picture. Again, we have our perpendicular bisector. So since B is on the perpendicular bisector, it is equal distance to C and A. So 6x plus 11 equals 11x minus 9. And we can solve for x from there. We were asked for AB, so 11 times 4 minus 9, and we get 35. In our next question, well, first of all, we can see very quickly these two segments are marked congruent. So we can solve for y easily. 7y plus 8 equals 10y minus 4. That's 3y, 12, and y equals 4. We can also solve for x. We're told EH is a perpendicular bisector. So EH is a perpendicular bisector. Any point on the perpendicular bisector is equal distance to the endpoints. So it's really the same question that we've just done a couple times. 7x plus 9 equals 9x minus 1, 2x 10, and x equals 5. Now for segment FH, we're told it's 3x plus 4. So we already know 3x plus 4y. We already know x and y. So 3 times 5 plus 4 times 4. We're just using the x and y values. And we get 31. And then finally for FD, sorry, FD is equal to FH plus HD. And both of these are 31. Because EH is a perpendicular bisector, FH and HD are congruent. And marking the picture so that we can see that is really important. And that's how we're going to get 62. Let's keep going here. You can see this is basically the same question over and over. The segments are actually marked congruent. So 6x plus 21 equals 10x plus 9. That's 4x. 12x equals 3. And we were asked for RS. So 6 times 3 plus 21. That's 18 plus 21 for 39. Now we're asked to find RT. I'm sorry, we're given RT, we're asked to find SU. So this is where we have to become problem solvers a little bit. We know, at this point, we know that RS is 39 and so is RU. So I'm just going to scroll a little bit. If we redraw the picture, this is what it looks like, right? We have 39, 39, and we're told RT is 15. Now, even though we're looking for the entire thing, what if we could just find half of it? I'm going to call it Y. If we could find that part. Remember, RT is a perpendicular bisector, so that means ST and TU are congruent. So if we can find ST, that's half of it. We're applying the definition of bisect. We are told RT is a bisector, so ST and TU are congruent. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to work on half of that triangle. We have 15, 39, and we're going to find that missing side of the triangle. So we're just going to do some Pythagorean theorem. 15 squared plus y squared equals 39 squared, and y equals 36. So this piece is 36. 36. Since these are congruent, we have 36 plus 36. for 72. So again, we have to become problem solvers. We cannot look at the problem and just freeze. We have to make some progress. Just do something. Figure out whatever you can. We have a right triangle. We should be experts at right triangles at this point. And in this case, we're applying our Pythagorean theorem skills. We can't get SU all in one shot, but we can get ST or TU, which if we work at the top, we get ST. If we work on the bottom half, we get TU. But we can't just freeze because we don't know how to get SU. We figure out whatever we can, and every little step gets us closer. So in this one, we had to use some Pythagorean theorem skills. Let's look at the last question. And again, you can see it's going to start off the same way. SU is a perpendicular bisector. Every point on the perpendicular bisector is equal distance to those endpoints. So these segments are congruent, and we're going to set them equal. So 9x plus 15 equals 5x plus 31. That's 4x. We're going to subtract, and we get x equals 4. We're asked to find ST, so we're going to plug it back in. And we find out that ST is 51. Now we're asked, if angle T is 57, then we want to find SU. So angle T is 57. Redraw the picture. And in fact, again, here we have to use some problem-solving skills. We have our angle of 57 degrees. We know ST is 51. And we are looking for SU. So our problem-solving skills say try something, do something. We have a right angle. We have a right triangle. Use our right triangle skills. So in this question, we can see that we're working with the opposite and the hypotenuse. So this is going to be a sine question. So we have sine 57 equals y over 51. When we grab our calculators, we have the sine of 57 degrees. We're going to convert that to a decimal. 0.8387 equals y over 51. Put it over 1 and cross multiply. And y equals 42.8. So we're incorporating, since we have a perpendicular segment, we're going to have right angles and right triangles. So we're going to also rely on our right triangle knowledge and have to use Pythagorean theorem and trigonometry. Okay. For some people saw there was an extra piece after this that also said, what did it say? If RT equals 15 again, so if you had that extra piece that says if RT equals 15, that was a typo, that was a mistake. It should not have been there. Don't worry about it. No matter what you did, it's not going to give the right answer on that one because it wasn't supposed to be there. Um, this should have been the end of the assignment. So if that extra piece is there, don't worry about it. Um, it was a mistake, but that's every question from the assignment. So that way you can kind of go over whatever challenges you might have had.